Thank you, Professor. And hello, everyone. I'm Vibin. And as he said, it's like I'm using the nanoclay into the organic amendment for the soil carbon sequestration. And generally, the soil organic carbon decomposition, as measured by the soil respiration, it is considered as the major CO2 flux to the environment compared to the other CO2 emitting farming activities. So to mitigate this, we use the carbon sequestration technique by capturing the atmospheric CO2 and store it into the soil permanently so that it won't emit back into the atmosphere using the proper management techniques. So apart from the proper management techniques, we can also use the materials to support for this application. One among the materials is the clay minerals, actually. So why we are using the clay minerals, it's because of their extraordinary protection mechanism. One of the protection mechanism is an aggregate formation, because the organic matter binds with the clay mineral that forms the aggregate that falls under the physical protection mechanism. Meanwhile, in the chemical protection mechanism, the absorption of the organic matter into the clay mineral through the various chemical process that falls under the chemical protection mechanism. So meanwhile, in the biological protection mechanism, the hydroxide group from the clay mineral associated with the organic matter to form the organomineral complexes. So overall, these protection mechanism, it's ordered to protect the soil organic matter against the microbial decomposition. So this protection, the clay minerals are generally classified into various groups. In our research work, we are using the halosite nanoclay. We are using the halosite nanoclay, which is naturally occurring aluminosilicate clay mineral, which has the tube-like morphology in the nanostructured, which has the high specific surface area, and also in a low cost, and also the biocompatibility. And in our methodology, we use the compost into the soil as a control that emits CO2 into the atmosphere. And meanwhile, after we incorporate the nanoclay into the system, it does store into the soil. Instead of act as a source, it can act as a sink into the soil in that case. So after adapting into this methodology, we had some good result. One among them is the CO2 release, where the application of compost into the soil with a high clay content, that reduces the CO2 release tremendously. This is because of the reduction of the carbon mineralization and also suppress the microbial decomposition in there as well. So if the decomposition is reduced, then where does the carbon go? So to get to know that, we use the 13C NMR analysis, where after the nanoclay incorporation, where the signal is amplified after the incorporation. So that indicates that the carbon is present in there, especially in the region from 120 to 160 ppm. That signal belongs to the aromatic carbon and carbonyl carbon from the organic carbon, actually. So that shows the greater carbon sequestration potential. Also, we get to know how it was happened. So we try to find it into the nanoscale using the transmission electron microscope analysis. Into the pores of the halosite, we can find something in there into the pores, actually. So what the theory said, it's like the organic matter moves into the pores of the clay minerals where the soil microorganisms cannot access it. That's what it said in the theory, and that's what it happened in there. We proved it, actually. And these are all the results, the preliminary result that I really wanted to show you guys today. And we are also working further into it. Oh, good to see my final slide. And we have successfully incorporated the halosite, and we reduced the CO2 release as well. That shows the greater carbon sequestration potential. Also, we are moving forward into the plant pot studies, the final study right now, which is currently going on, along with the other clay minerals like zeolite and other clay minerals as well. That can also open up the door for other application in soil. And from this, I conclude my talk. I want to say thanks to the soil CRC team, especially Cass and my supervisors for their wonderful support. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Cheers.